I enjoy building in creative mode, and recently I've been using a bunch of these custom heads throughout all my Minecraft builds. You know, stuff like this GameStop, this Subway, this bar, this prize counter, this stage, the security office, these dummies, and this library. It's a nice vanilla way to add some small details for interiors that really only requires a give command to be run on a command block, or a simple mod to shorten the process while still keeping it all vanilla. It's cool, it's great, but another feature from the recent Copper Age drop is one that I've been wanting to use alongside the custom heads, but unfortunately doesn't meet the same standard as these custom heads, and that is the Mannequin. Mannequins are NPC type mobs that can be summoned through commands, and can have the skin of any player via typing someone's username within the command. On paper, this is a great feature. You can give them weapons and armor, you can have them be in poses, you can also have them run around using other commands, and I've seen some people do some really cool stuff with this type of thing. And honestly, on a technical level, it's just a really cool feature. But from a builder's perspective, there's one major issue about them. One thing that keeps me from using them as much as custom heads, and that thing being that they are, currently, an unreliable and unstable feature that can change without you knowing if and when it'll change, which is really bad if you want something or someone specific for a build project. Simply put, it doesn't work. But to explain how it doesn't work, let me explain how Minecraft heads work, because there are actually two types of heads that the player can get: player heads and custom heads. You see, Mojang keeps a log of every skin ever used publicly on their servers. I would assume it's to make skin loading easier for multiplayer experiences, so using a player head command brings forward whatever skin is logged for a specific player profile. For example, if you have this skin on when in game, the give command will get the head of this skin I have on. And if I change to a new skin, the head will update to reflect the skin, both for the command and for the existing head. Meanwhile, a custom head simply brings forward the texture of the skin stored in their logs, detached from any player profile, and since it pulls straight from the server, the texture never changes, so running the give command should give you the same texture every time. For an example, you know that Bedrock Edition achievement cosmetic, the Copper Headband? Well, I went ahead and made it a custom head. So if anyone on Java Edition wants a Copper Headband without having to alter their skin, I'll be leaving the give command in the description below. I've made so many of these. Now the issue is that the mannequin currently operates the same as the player head. And as I explained, if a player changes their skin, the mannequin also changes its skin, which is a pretty big problem if I want a specific NPC in my builds. Let's just say I want some people to be here running the Subway I have. Well, what I would have to do is look up Subway employee skins on NameMC, look at the list of usernames with that skin currently equipped, pick a name, then run the mannequin command with that username typed in, and then boom, I got a bunch of Subway mannequins in my Subway. And then it's all good, right? No! If any of these goobers decide to no longer be a Subway employee, and decide to switch their skin to anything else, like say, I don't know, Charmander, Jay, or beloved and iconic character Steve with the melon on his head, then I'd have a bunch of that skin in place of where Subway employees should be. And I would have no idea when or who changed their skin. So I have to repeat the process and hope to God that they keep the skin the same as I want it. And that sucks. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. I would say it kind of brings a weird pressure to the community to never change their skins ever again, just for the sake of some other people's builds to look good. And I don't want that pressure on me, or anyone else. It really isn't good. And it's not like the community hasn't actually tried to fix this. People on Reddit be asking if it's possible to summon a mannequin with completely custom skin. One of the responses saying that you create a resource pack to place any skin texture in, but that's technically not a vanilla solution since, I don't know, you don't need to do that for custom heads. All you really need to do is copy paste a command into a command block. And also not everybody wants to create a resource pack for whatever skin you gotta do. Plus some people consider resource packs a type of mod, myself included. I know they're not actually mods, but come on, they're switching out one asset with another, which technically is, you know, it's a modification. Come on, let's be real here. And another response I found was that some people have actually tried making commands incorporating the same sort of tactic used to make custom heads by using custom URLs. But those aren't player profiles, so what ends up loading in are just these boring, basic, default Alex skins. I probably typed it wrong on my end, but honestly, to troubleshoot it seems like a hassle. Plus, that just seems like a massive headache for people who don't actually know anything about commands. All you really need to know for head commands is copy and paste. So, with all this said, the thing I'd like to see Mojang do is to make the mannequins operate the same as heads, by either them being able to be a player mannequin or a custom mannequin. I'd love to paste... Gonna cut all that out. I'd love to have NPCs with specific skins in specific spots that don't change appearance due to actions of people that I don't know. We can still have the player mannequins operate the same as they do currently, but the addition of custom mannequins would be highly appreciated and really useful for my creative builds. Like, come on, I want my Subway employees to stay Subway employees. I don't need any of them quitting on the job. And that's all I really wanted to talk about. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and also let me know if you've actually found a fix so that Mojang doesn't have to really do anything. Although I still want Mojang to do something about this. Anyways, discuss in the comments below, and then, of course, do the like, do the subscribe, do the watching of my videos and streams or whatever, that sort of thing. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm outta here.